Today, I want to share with you one of my favorite quick weeknight meals, and that's making lamb loin chops on the grill. It's so quick, so easy, and so delicious. There's no excuse for not treating yourself well with delicious food. If you make this recipe, you'll feel like you've been eating in a restaurant. Today, I'm making lamb loin chops for two, and I'm going to serve it with a deconstructed wedge salad. I also love to serve these loin chops with my cauliflower mash, and I'll link the recipe for that in the details below this video. The star of this recipe is the loin chops, so you're going to want to get some really nice loin chops. These came from Costco. They're beautiful. I love them. I've had them frequently, and they're always very good. But I've seen them at local grocery stores as well. I've seen them at Aldi. I've seen them at Publix, and I've seen them at Walmart. So just keep your eyes open and you'll be able to find yourself some loin chops. We're going to enhance the deliciousness of the loin chops with some simple ingredients. You're going to want some rosemary, fresh rosemary, some salt, some pepper, some good extra virgin olive oil, and some garlic powder. That's it. But you're going to be generous with your seasonings. To get started, remove the leaves of the rosemary from the stem, because you know that stem is just not very palatable. And the aroma of the fresh rosemary is going to just set your taste buds going. Now, if you don't like rosemary, because I know there are some people who do not, you can substitute fresh thyme. That would be delicious. Or even some dried herbs, maybe some dried Italian herbs and a mixture that you like. Give them a nice chop. You want to release the oils that are part of the rosemary leaves. Now, take your loin chops that you've patted dry, sprinkle just a little bit of olive oil on the loin chop, a little salt, actually maybe just a little more than a little, because you want this to be well seasoned, some coarse black pepper, a generous sprinkle of garlic powder, and then sprinkle over half of your rosemary leaves. Now, I don't measure my rosemary leaves, but I start with probably about a tablespoon, and then press the seasoning mixture into your loin chop. Turn it over and repeat the steps. Now, you want to do your seasoning of your loin chops at least an hour in advance of your plan for serving your dinner. You can do it overnight. The longer your loin chops are marinating in this lovely herb blend, the more flavorful and tasty your dinner is going to be. If you're going to be serving your loin chops in the next hour or so, just set them aside on your counter. I like to be sure that my loin chops are not cold in the center, so I do like them to warm a bit on the counter. To prepare the wedge salad, you're going to want a large, pretty bowl, a quarter of a head of iceberg lettuce per person, some delicious blue cheese, some strips of pre-cooked bacon. I cooked this up this morning, and some delicious cherry tomatoes. I call this a deconstructed wedge salad because I just chop all the components and arrange them attractively in the bowl and then toss them just before serving. It makes it easy to make this salad ahead of time, and it allows for people to choose how much salad they actually want. Coarsely chop your iceberg lettuce. Place it in the bowl. You want your lettuce to be in bite-sized pieces. I like to cut the cherry tomatoes into smaller pieces. I don't want anyone to have to use a knife when they're eating the salad. A little salt and a little pepper. For the blue cheese, I just cut off a chunk in a big slice, and then either cut it or use a fork to break it into crumbles. Now, you could buy blue cheese crumbles at the grocery store if you prefer, but I did buy this large wedge of blue cheese at Costco, and it was very tasty, and it works out beautifully. So I'm going to put all of the blue cheese into the bowl, just on one side, tomatoes to the bowl. And now I'm going to chop the bacon, a coarse chop on the bacon, so we know that you're getting some bacon in your mouth when you take your bites. And there we have it. The salad is ready to toss with blue cheese dressing, either your favorite store-bought blue cheese dressing or one that you make. And I do have a delicious recipe for homemade blue cheese dressing, and I'll put the link in the details of the video. Now that I'm ready to cook the loin chops, I've preheated my gas grill, and I'm going to place the loin chops on the grill, approximately 4 minutes on each side, until I get to a medium doneness for the loin chops. That'll be about 130 to 135 degrees Fahrenheit on a meat thermometer.